Welcome to Stoic Live, where we talk about the latest fishing and hunting topics.
What is going on, guys? What is going on? Welcome to another video. Welcome to another episode of Stoic Outdoors. I actually got off the water yesterday with Mr. Cruiser, Captain Cruz down here in South Texas, man. We tore up those speckled trout, man. We went north to the north side of Port Mansfield. We were literally fishing like at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. And man, it was crazy. It was like every cast. It was one of those days where you're casting and casting and casting, and you're just catching fish left and right. It was a super good day. We did not find the redfish. None of us even caught a baby red. We didn't even catch a small redfish. So it was pretty crazy. So we just got on the speckled trout, got our limit, and we called it a day at about 12:30. 1 o'clock after we chased those redfish around for a little bit, and we did not catch anything. But I wanted to get on here, man. I wanted to, because I actually haven't done one in a while, but I wanted to get on here and give you guys 5 light tackle inshore fishing tips for 2026. It's crazy, right? 2026. I've already caught myself a few times where I write 2025, but man, it's January 2026, so let's get into it. Hopefully these tips can help you guys out. And if you do have any comments, questions, or concerns, you could drop it down below. Or if you have some tips that you want to share with your fellow anglers, or you have some tips that you want to share with me, drop them down below as well. I always try to make this YouTube channel a learning environment. I try to help people as much as I can, as often as I can, and for as long as I can as well. So let's get straight into it, man. The number one tip I want to give you guys whenever you're fishing down here in South Texas, just remember Arroyo City, Port Mansfield, South Padre Island. A lot of these fish are heavily pressured. It's 2026, right? I know I've said it before in my last videos, but it's true, man. A lot of people, they go out and fish, and they're literally throwing that lure right in front of that speckled trout or redfish over and over, or flounder over and over again. So try to set your lure apart. So the tip I'm going to give you guys, try it out. If you don't like it, go back to what you've been doing. It's all good. But I like downsizing my lures. I have the Bay Villain. It's a 3.75 inch. Once you take the ribs off, it shrinks down to right around 3 inch, 2.75 inch. If you want to get nasty with it, if you want to shrink it down even more. But I always downsize my lure just a little bit. And even if it's a 1/4 inch, even if it's a 1/8 inch, a little bit smaller than normal, shrink down your lure a little bit, see if it works for you. If it doesn't, go back to what you're doing. But I always like shrinking down my lures, especially if you're fishing and you've been fishing for a few hours or even, a few days, a few trips, and it's been hard on you. Go out there the next time. What do you got to lose, right? Shrink down your lure and see if that works for you. Second tip, use a leader line. I like throwing fluorocarbon leader, 30-pound leader line. It's clear. Once you have that braid, I use 10-pound braid, which is going to be the next tip. I use 10-pound braid, and I throw anywhere between a 10 to 12-inch leader line. Why? Good question. Because whenever you're fishing down, like I said, those redfish and trout are heavily pressured. That leader line is going to make your line disappear. So you have your red, yellow, pink, whatever braid you roll with, going into the water. Then you have your leader line right around where your lure is to 10 to 12 inches. That redfish and trout's not going to get spooked as easily. And I've caught some big redfish. I've caught some big speckled trout doing that exact same thing. Some big flounder as well. Throw a leader line. Set your lure apart from everyone else. Downsize your lure and throw a leader line. I always like using lighter diameter line. Bro, I've been throwing 10-pound Power Pro for years. Not once have I had a break off. Why? Because I have a good knot and I have that leader line. I have a leader to or a line to line knot. I don't use a swivel or anything like that. 30-pound fluorocarbon leader. That 30-pound leader is going to be the one that's going to be wrapped around the redfish's neck or the gills or the trout's gills. So you're not going to get cut off because you have that 30-pound leader line, right? It's going to be invisible in the water. And you have that extra strength, that extra durability, as opposed to throwing just 10-pound line straight to your lure. But why do I like throwing lighter diameter line? You get that extra casting distance. Whenever you're fishing tournaments or whenever you're fishing with your buddies that are right next to you and it's not that windy at all, I can still get that lure out there, man, throwing a 1/8 ounce jig head or a 1/4 ounce jig head like I've been doing lately on my bait caster. I can really cast that lure out there. On my bait caster, I do have 25-pound braid as opposed to 10-pound on my spinning rod, just FYI. So the first tip was downsize your lure. Second tip, use leader line. And the leader line, it doesn't have to be a crazy brand. You can go out to Walmart, You can go out to Academy. You can get I think it's called Omni. It's like super cheap. It's like $3 or $4 for like 500 yards, a 30-pound leader. It's a clear color, and you can get that, and it will set you up for some success, man. Using lighter diameter line. I like using Power Pro. There's people out there that like using a spider line, or they like using the different one fins. That's cool, man. Whatever you want to do. I've just been using Power Pro since I was a kid. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Pun intended with the line. The fourth tip I'm going to give you guys is, if you're going to be throwing artificial lures, remember you want to throw a medium light. Some people throw ultra light rods. That's cool. You want to throw something with a light profile or a light bend, because you're going to be casting that lure over and over and over again. You're going to be throwing artificial lures the entire time. So you want something that's not going to hurt your shoulder, that's not going to hurt your elbow. And you're going to be able to get that extra little pop, that extra little pizzazz, the little razzle dazzle. So when that lure darts in the water, it's going to have more of a bend. That rod's going to have more of a bend. It's going to snap, and that lure is going to pop. It's going to dance in the water a little bit easier. If you're going to be throwing like a bait for inshore fishing, I don't really throw bait, but I would recommend getting at least a medium rod or even a medium heavy rod, because you're going to have a lot of extra weight. You're going to have that bait, whatever bait you're throwing, the mullet, the live mullet, whatever you're going to be throwing. You want to remember that you want to have that extra backbone to really bring in that fish with that extra line. And also that light rod, whenever you're fishing the entire day, just remember you're going to be casting lures over and over and over and over again. So you want to be able to handle that with your body. I know I'm getting a little bit older now, and I don't know if you guys are feeling it once you get older, but you get a little old, your back starts hurting. You want to be comfortable when you're fishing. I like throwing 2,000, 2,500 size reels. They get that same line capacity. It shrinks down the weight, and then your combo is like, man, super, super light. I know I have a Carbon X on one of my rods that I use for the pier. It's like 5.2 ounces, and I use a ultralight rod on that one for the pier specifically, and it makes a big, big, big difference, man. The fifth tip I'm going to give you guys, and this is just in general, for a general mindset or for a general approach when you're fishing down here in South Texas. Dark water, I like using darker profile lures. I have the Purple Goblin, one of my favorites to throw, or the Red Dragon. The dark profile in that water is going to be able to pop that redfish or trout or flounder. They're going to see that lure in the water a lot clearer. Just think about it whenever you're fishing and you see the water, it's green or it's murky or it's brown. Cast something dark in front of you. Use a Purple Goblin. Use whatever color you want. Down south, TNT, whatever you want. Use something dark. Throw it about 4 to 5 feet in front of you and bring it in. Keep it kind of like on top of the water so you can see it. And you're going to see that dark profile just darting around. It's going to be a little bit easier for the fish to see. And whenever you're fishing clear water like oyster beds, or you're fishing something like, if it's super sunny outside, you can throw something clear. I like throwing pink, man, whenever it's clear water, or a white color as well, like a pearl white color. I actually have the pearl sand as well. You can take off the ribs, that chartreuse tail, and it's man, it's sick in that water. But you want to throw something clear. And just rule of thumb, dark water, dark lures, clear water, clear lures. Just FYI, man. I'm going to give you guys 2 extra tips, man, for those that stuck around towards the end of this video. 2 extra tips. These are actually super, super good. If you're going to be fishing for with light tackle down here in South Texas, or inshore fishing anywhere, man. The 6th tip I tell people is to always cast with the wind at your back. Whenever you're fishing with guides or fishing on your boat, the wind's coming this way. So your boat's going to be coming like this. So you want to be casting this way, right? Because you're covering ground. You're going to get that extra casting distance, and you're going to be working this way. If the wind's going the other way, you want to be casting that way. You want to be casting with the wind at your back. Do not fight the wind, man. It's your friend. Get that extra casting distance. Make sure you really pick that area apart and cast the lure as far as you can. And especially during tournament times, man, you never know if there's a redfish like right at the edge of where you can cast, and you don't do it, and that's going to determine whether you're in the money or not. And the 7th tip, a little extra tip for you guys, whenever you're wade fishing, specifically using light tackle inshore fishing, cast like a pizza, right here. This is home. You want to cast here, cast in the middle, right where my face is, and cast to the right. Once you start catching fish, right, then you break it up into more. Then you got left, right here, then you got my face, then you got right here, and then you got to the right. You want to break that pizza apart into more slices so you can really take your time. That's why I enjoy wade fishing, because if the fish are there, you're going to catch them. You're going to get into them. Like whenever I'm fishing, hopefully I can get that video edited and uploaded for you guys so you guys can see it. We caught at least 15, 20 fish without even taking a step because we stopped and we fan casted over and over and over again. We kept that same retrieve. We kept that same cadence using the same color, the purple goblin, and we tore those speckled trout apart, man. So quick recap. Number 1, downsize your lure. Number 2, use a leader line. Number 3, use a lighter diameter line. And I'm not here to push any products, man. You don't have to use Power Pro. Use whatever you want because I'm not sponsored by them. You can use light rods. I like using light rods, medium light rods. I have some Stoic rods that I'm trying to push out a little bit towards the end of 2026 as well. Number 5, dark water, dark lure, clear water, clear lures. And number 6, cast with the wind at your back. And number 7, cast like a pizza. Then you break it down. And a little extra tip, bonus tip number 8. I started using a wade fishing belt. And on that belt, I have an extra rod behind me. And I have pliers. And I have a boga grip. And it's been helping me out a lot, man. Sometimes you get a bird's nest or sometimes something happens with your line for whatever reason. Or you know what? I want to switch over to a 1/4 ounce. You know what? I want to switch over to a top water. You have that other rod with you. Tournament times, time is money. Even down here, even on a regular fishing trip, you're spending all that time and energy to go out. You're spending all that money. You're spending all that time away from your family. You want to be prepared. It's better to have it than not need it than to need it and not have it. My dad always used to say that when we were kids growing up. So I try to preach that whenever I can, man. So thank you guys. You guys have any tips and tricks that you guys want to share for people? I always learn, man. I'm always learning. So whatever it is, drop it down below. Do not be afraid to do it. And if you guys have any, yeah, as well. I also have the Bay Villain, man. I'm restocking on those bad boys. So I'm in 2 new shops for 2026. I'm in Right Arms and Harlingen. Shout out to you guys. And I'm also with Mark Veliad, Los Canaleros, LCD 956 Bait and Tackle Shop in McAllen. I'm excited about that, man. I'm excited about broadening the horizon. So if you guys would like to carry the Bay Villain, you can send me an email at stoicoutdoors@gmail.com, man. So appreciate each and every one of you guys. Shout out to the wife for the Christmas gift, man. Pretty cool how she gave that to me right there. So ADHD brain, guys. I'm sorry. But thank you guys for watching this video all the way through. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Remember, be resilient on the water and off. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe and stick around for the next episode of Stoic Live.